Today, I'd like to read from In Honour Bound. This is the first of the Brides by Chance Regency adventures, and this is chapter 1. Now that the moment was almost upon her, Isolde's spirits drooped. A shiver shook her, not entirely attributable to the biting cold pervading the hired chaise. "He'll hate me." Mrs. Quick clicked her tongue. "Now don't be putting the cart before the horse, me dearie. It's certain sure this de Beaudresey fellow was fond enough of your poor papa, for the captain told you so." "Yes, but that won't make him fond of me," Isolde argued. "It won't signify. Many's the time I've heard him say as you'd be safe as houses with the gentleman." "I won't be if he hates me." "Why should he so?" "You know very well why, Madge, because I'm not a proper young lady, and I don't want to be." Mrs. Quick sighed. "Then you'll be after learning how. Besides, you've nowhere else to go, and that's a fact." This blunt reiteration of her dismal state did nothing to inspire Miss Kavanagh with confidence. Buoyed at first by the prospect of the adventure in travelling across the Channel to England, and in the knowledge of her future having been secured by papa's foresight, it was not long before doubt set in. The journey seemed interminable, and the ship lurched so badly that Isolde's stomach threatened to regurgitate its contents. She remained on deck, despite the inclement December wind, watching as the coastline gradually appeared, with all too much leisure to reflect upon a possible reception. What if this Thomas de Beaudresey repudiated her? Despite papa's assurance, it was conceivable he might resent the intrusion into his household of a young girl with little knowledge of the customs obtaining amongst the gentry of England. Not that she wanted to know them. She would have to wear skirts all the time and curtsy. And there would be no danger of encountering an enemy soldier, so she'd have no use for her pistols or papa's sword, carefully wrapped in the bottom of her trunk. Such skills as she possessed would go to waste. Who would want her to kill a rabbit or chicken, let alone skin and disembowel it ready for the pot? The more she thought about it, the bleaker her prospects seemed. Already she missed the camaraderie of the camp, the cheery greetings from papa's men, and the dependable assistance of the other women who followed the drum. She could hardly bear the thought of Christmas without the merry, if ungainly, dancing to Sergeant Randall's fiddle, the competitions and raucous encouragement of the crowd as the champions wrestled for a prize, the smell of roasting chestnuts and succulent pig, the flowing ale and wine, and, most poignant of all, papa's infectious laughter. There was no going back. She must make the best of it and learn a new way of life. No doubt the celebrations would be different, more staid, and far less enjoyable. Thus Isolde on her way to meet her fate. This is actually happens in 1799 in Suffolk. And here is the blurb. When her father dies in battle, 17-year-old Isolde Kavanagh is forced to rely on the protection of an old family friend. But when she arrives at the imposing estate of Bawdsey Grange, it seems her would-be guardian has died, and his son, Richard de Beaudresey, has never heard of her. To remain at the Grange, Richard insists Isolde learns to fit in with high society. But having grown up in military camps, tomboy Isolde has no interest in becoming a lady. Can Isolde bend her will to please her guardian? Will Richard learn to accept her as she is? Or will the dark secrets bubbling below the surface threaten their growing bond? This book is available on Amazon, ebook, paperbook, and it's in Kindle Unlimited. So I hope you might consider having a look.